Hi everyone, Dr. Jen with the Wellness Way in Woodbury. So I was just about to go live like 3 minutes ago and then I didn't because I saw the FedEx truck and I got my package of food allergy tests. It's getting real, you guys. I open on January 6th, so I'm super excited. I have my first talk on January 7th, which is going to be super fun. But today I just wanted to come live and talk to you guys about hidden inflammation. Basically, hi Jennifer, how are you? I see some people popping on, so I'll just say hi as you periodically pop on, and then hopefully I don't lose my train of thought here. So I want to talk about hidden inflammation. So when we're talking about hidden inflammation, if you were to look under a microscope and you saw your cells basically bursting and having a histamine response to certain foods and certain antibodies, would you be more likely to avoid that food or avoid that trigger? Would that motivate you to stop causing damage to your body? If you knew that this chronic stress would ultimately lead to inflammation and potentially lead to disease in the long run, would that cause you to change something? Think about some of you that may have constipation or diarrhea. If you knew that that would ultimately lead to cancer, would it be something you'd be interested in figuring out why you have constipation and why you have diarrhea? To me, I would answer yes to all of these. I would want to know exactly where my inflammation, why my constipation and diarrhea is there, and figure out the ultimate cause of it. Well, there's so much evidence. Hi, Heather. I hope you're doing well. I'll be home for the holidays. If you knew that chronic inflammation would predispose you to cancer and all sorts of diseases, would you want to decrease it? Like, again, my answer would be yes. Well, we know through studies that inflammation is the root cause of all disease, and a lot of it is hidden. So some of you may say, well, I'm fine, I don't feel anything, I'm going to be okay. Well, you don't want to wait until you have disease to start taking action because you're already too late. Just because you're fine, it doesn't mean that you don't have inflammation. You may be saying that it is normal for you to have this, but remember, normal does not mean that, okay, my train of thought here. Common does not mean normal. So you guys have to remember that even if you have a list of symptoms and you're just putting them off to the side, remember that that is not normal. So I'm just going to list off a few things that could potentially be some things that you're pushing off to the side and basically calling them normal when they're just common. Brain fog, digestive issues, constipation and diarrhea, which I stated above. You have brain fog, difficulty losing weight, joint pain in your hands, your feet, or all over your body, headaches, sinus issues, depression, anxiety. None of these things are normal. So we need to figure out what is causing these in order to basically not have them happen anymore. So Time Magazine has said to us that the secret killer is inflammation. So when you come into our office with either a condition, a predisposed condition that you already have, or you come into our office, you are going to know all about inflammation because arthritis, inflammation. Autoimmune disease, inflammation. Heart disease, inflammation. Every single disease that you come in is because of inflammation. So that's the biggest thing that we preach here. And that's why every single Tuesday at 6 o'clock, I'm going to be doing inflammation talks because I want you all to know about this and about inflammation and how it causes diseases. I want you to know this because it is so important. And again, it has changed my life. I don't know if you guys have watched the video, but hi, Julie. I don't know if you've watched the video of me talking about a little bit of my story, but when I was in school, I had headaches for almost 8 months straight, 4 migraines a month. It was horrible. As a student, it was absolutely miserable. Well, the biggest thing was my food allergies. My food allergies had made night and day difference for my headaches. I barely get them anymore, which is so awesome. Like I get one every once in a while, but it's nothing like it used to be. So if I were to go someplace else, they wouldn't have ever addressed my food allergies. So that's why it's so important, whether you are feeling symptoms or you're not feeling symptoms, to make sure you get that food allergy test. Because if you are constantly eating something that is causing damage to your body and causing this histamine response, even if you don't feel it, it's causing that chronic inflammation, which will ultimately lead to disease. Think about it like that. Think about you're preventing it. You're preventing all of these things from happening just by getting your inflammation down. So you want to recognize that inflammation before it leads into disease, because these days we won't recognize it before. And that's why the Wellness Way approach is so awesome, because we do figure it out. We do figure out that common doesn't mean normal. So these people that come into our clinic, like I said, they know all about inflammation. They know all about how it leads to disease. And when we test them properly and we start decreasing that inflammatory response, that chronic inflammatory response on their body, when their symptoms go away, they're so surprised. It is all inflammation. It is all about inflammation, you guys. And it is so amazing. It has changed my life. Yeah, Jennifer, I totally agree with you. Eliminating my food allergies was 100% a game changer for me. I also had infections. And when you have infections, it is causing inflammation, because that is what the body is supposed to do. Inflammation is a protective mechanism. So when you do have an infection, or when you get a splinter in your finger, it's going to turn red and it's going to get inflamed and it's going to get hot. But eventually that'll go away. Well, if you have a chronic infection in your GI, like I did, you have chronic inflammation there as well. So basically finding out these triggers for you on what is causing inflammation is so important. So like I said, again, if you are in the area and you are interested in learning more, I would love to have you guys at my first inflammation talk. It is going to be January 7th at 7 p.m. It's at 700 Commerce Drive in the conference room. I'll put up some signs so you guys know exactly where to go. It's on the second floor. It's super easy to find, but just remember that even if you don't have symptoms, don't wait until your inflammation in your body leads to disease, because you don't want to get to that point. It's never fun to get to the disease point or have a certain condition and then have to try to go and figure out what you can do for it ultimately. So start decreasing your inflammation. It is very important, and it will be a game changer for you. Just learning how to think differently and learning from all the Wellness Way videos. We have so much information out there. On Saturday at 8 a.m., Dr. Patrick is going to go live on sleep. So check it out. I will be hosting a watch party. So hop on my page and you can watch along with me. You can ask questions if you have them. Feel free to always hop on my lives and ask me questions. If you guys ever have any questions, shoot them on my live videos. I would love to answer them. Well, happy Friday, everybody, and happy holidays. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a good holiday if I don't talk to you all. Take care. Have a good one.